Hello my lovelies. So I'm going to make my brewing station. So this is what I've acquired. It's not the prettiest thing in the world, but a bit of a scrub up. I think it'll do. Been thinking about it, and the kettle will sit on here. I'm going to make a wooden frame underneath. It's going to be on casters, so it's movable, so when it's in my brew room I can brew by the door and I can wheel it over to the sink without having to hump the kettle around a bit. I'm going to put controls on it. I got a control box which monitors my temperature because I'll recirculate my mash, and so I've got a controller to switch the element on and off. I'm going to mount that in underneath, so that'll be in underneath here, I think. Maybe to the maybe in the centre. I'm gonna have. I run 2 elements in my kettle, and I have a pump, so I'm gonna run 3 exterior switches here, mount them, so I can switch it all on and off, and then the leads will come out the back to plug into my extensions that I use for my kettle. The pump will be mounted as well, slightly below. Basically, it's so everything's all in one place, and it's switched on the front, so it's easy just to turn things on and off. I haven't decided on whether to use just IP66 exterior switches or waterproof inline switches which have the lights built in, so it's quite easy to see if they're on or off. So yeah, I'm gonna sketch up a few ideas. I normally wing all this sort of thing, and start building it, and I'll put a few little videos up as I go along on the build. Right, I'll speak to you in a bit, guys. Right, a bit further forwards on this build. I've got the frame in, as you can see. I've mounted this pole here because I'll tell you about that in a sec. I've fixed the pump just here, and I've checked that the pipes run okay to and from, and as these pumps are gravity fed, that's perfect because it means that it's below the outlet tap. I've bought the casters. It rolls nicely, even better when I put some leveling compound on this floor, but it rolls pretty well. Great brakes on there, so that when I'm actually brewing I haven't got boiling hot water whizzing around everywhere. What I said just a minute ago about mounting switches under here, totally ignore all that because I'm not going to do that anymore. Hello dog. What I'm going to do is I'm going to build a new control panel. I'm also going to change my 2.5 kilowatt elements to a single 4.5 kilowatt element. It means a bit of rewiring in the garage, but I'm quite accomplished at that sort of thing, so I'll be doing that myself. I've mounted this pole here. Now this is the fun bit. So I've mounted this one. I'm going to get a project box, and I've ordered from the States a Auberins Easy Boil. I spoke to them a little while ago, and basically their Easy Boil is like a voltage regulator. A little bit upgraded to that, but this one I've ordered also has a mash setting, so you can control your mash temperature. It's basically a PID and a voltage regulator all in one. It's got a dial on the front, so it's easy to, you can either program it or you can just change it with the dial. I'm led to believe, I haven't received it yet, but I've heard nothing but good reports about it. They come with 2 different models. One is for a single SSR, which is the one I've ordered because I can't really see you could automate your pump and things with it as well, but I'm quite hands-on with my brewing, so I'm quite happy to do that. And then they have a multi-SSR, I think it's something like 3 or maybe even 6, and that will, like I say, you can connect the pump to it, different heaters, and do different things. So yeah, I've ordered the single one. I think it's about 50 odd quid with shipping, maybe 60 quid with shipping. But I've been looking at this thing for quite a while now. I was going to go down the PID route, and then I saw this one, and I spoke to them, and they said they were bringing the model out to do the mash as well as controlling the boil. And I waited a little bit, and they've come available, so I've ordered that. I've sketched up some wiring diagrams for the inside, and I've spoke to my electrician, shown him the diagrams, and we've like put our heads together, and he's given me some tips and advice. So I don't know if I'll do a video on building that because there's loads of them out there. But yeah, this is the table pretty much done. It's a bit rustic, and as somebody said to me the other day on a chat, it's shiny and rustic. A bit of storage underneath there to put bits and pieces, but now my brewing stuff doesn't need to be lifted up onto that shelf up there. It can live here. Yeah, I'm quite pleased with it. Like I say, it's not the prettiest thing in the world. I might tie it up with some aluminium tape just around on the timber to seal it in a bit and make it look a bit shinier. But I don't know. I'm not really into shiny. I like wood quite a bit. Right, mate. I'll catch you lot later, and enjoy your weekend. It is Friday afternoon after all. I'm going to go and have a pint, I think. Bye bye, guys.